All right, so we're here to talk about the Pixel 6 Pro or the Pixel 6. And I'm just going to try to help you out if I can, or if I cannot, I don't know. But we're just going to talk about some things, the differences that I noticed when using both of these devices actually. So of course the refresh rate, we already know the refresh rate, the battery, the screen size, well, the phone size and screen size, I guess. And let's see what else we have that's different. The camera. So those things are like the main things that's different, and you may already know what those things are. So how are they, used in real world? Well, basically the telephoto is very handy for anybody who needs it. I'm a portrait photographer, so it's like I felt like I needed it, so I got it. But I realized that I don't even use it that much, so for me, it's not a need. I prefer to use the regular lens, the main lens, because I feel like the main lens got the best quality when it comes to all of these devices out here. So I kind of focus on doing a lot of photography on the main lens only and use the other lenses when needed. And I barely really need that telephoto lens. So for me, it wasn't a big deal when I thought it was a big deal. So, and plus, I can use portrait mode, which I really don't kind of use portrait mode that much either. So if you really need a telephoto, then you definitely need to go with the Pro. And if you don't, the 6 would be fine, because I'm actually fine with the 6 as well. The next thing is the screen. There's a 6.7 inch and there's a 6.4. Besides one being flat and one being curved, you do get more pixels on the Pixel 6 Pro versus a 1080p screen. I think you get 1440p up here and you get 1080p over here. And in real world usage, I can't see a difference between the two screens. The quality of both of them look really, really good. I think the refresh rate on them look exactly the same to me, 90 and 120. I don't want to say exactly the same. It's like I can tell the 120 from the 90, but that's only when I'm like using them by, side by side. But if I was to like put one to the side and use the other one to the side, then there's no difference. I would think that I'm rocking either two 90 hertz screens or two 120 hertz screens, being the depending on what phone I'm using at the current time. So refresh rate, I wouldn't really worry about that too much. If you're worried and you're thinking about, man, I want to get the Pro because the refresh rate is not a factor. I wouldn't let that be a deciding factor between the two. When it comes to battery life, I did get 2 days out of this phone right here so far. I have not yet to get 2 days out of this phone. In fact, this phone lasts 24 hours, exactly 24 hours, maybe a little bit over 24 hours before it actually died on me 3 times. But that's only because I pushed it to try to see how long it will last. But I actually got 2 days out of the Pixel 6, and that's with the same usage on both of these phones. And like I said, I think it's because the less pixels in the refresh rate compared to the higher refresh rate, and the more pixels on this, and the brightness, because the brightness on this screen as well is brighter. And that's another reason why I did go with the Pro, because the brightness outside, and mainly when I'm out there taking pictures and stuff like that. That's the only real reason, really, because when I'm out there taking pictures, I'm comparing it to like a Galaxy or an iPhone, and then I can't really see the details of this picture on the Pixel 6 compared to the iPhone and the Galaxy phone. So I went out there and got this, and this is still not as bright as my iPhone and Galaxy phone, but it's bright enough. So when I go inside, I can see the differences. But when I'm out and about and I'm shooting, I really need to see it so I can take another picture or whatever, try to get good pictures out of both phones. But yeah, so other than that, yeah. And to the battery life, like I told you, I can get 2 days out of this. I've gotten 2 days and I got 1 day out of this, or whatever, 24 hours. So I wouldn't say battery is bad on any of these phones, because it really depends on the person's usage. So I'm not really going to sit here and be like, yo, battery is bad, battery's better up here. It's just the person's usage or whatever like that. But yeah, with my usage, somehow this pushed more, and I'm thinking because of the specs I just told you about. Performance wise, both is a Pixel, right? So both phones are great. And you're going to get the newest OS and everything. I'm not even going to go in details with the performance. You already know it's a Pixel, right? So with that being said, I know the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro is coming around the corner, and you might be thinking like, why would I get, one of these or whatever like that? Well, it's the price, right? So if you want the Pixel experience and you want it with a good device and a good cheap price, then both of these right here are really good prices, because you can get this slightly under $500 or a little bit under $600, and you can get this for about $650, almost the price of this with taxes. So it's like, you probably debating between the two, and like, I might as well spend an extra $50 to get this. And you could say, yeah, I would, but do you really need the stuff like the bigger battery, which is subjective to you, right? Or do you want the curved display, which is also subjective to you? And do you need the telephoto lens, which is also subjective to you? So these are the things, that's the big differences that you would get. And if you feel like there's a no to all of those, then this will be the better deal to grab for yourself. And plus, it's a flat panel. You can get screen protectors. I got one up here that got cracks on it right now, but I got one up here and it costs like $50. But yeah. So it really all depends on you or whatever like that. So some people might not be out there shopping for the new Pixel 7 and 7 Pro, and they want to just save money, because no matter how you look at it, you get these pixels right here, you're going to get the same software. The only thing that you're going to miss out on is a new hardware that they do give. So right now you're going to have the same software experience no matter what Pixel you do get. So at least with the new Tensor chip. So that's a big plus. So you can actually save money on the Pixel, and you're going to get the updates, and you're going to get them fast, and you're going to get them for a couple of years and everything like that. So yeah, that's like the biggest thing right there for me. I don't know. Oh, and I want to touch upon the wireless charging real quick, because it's weird for these Pixels. They both work fine on my Pixel charger, but any other charger, I'd be having issues with these things. Sometimes this would just sit there at like whatever battery percentage at for a long time, and then move up like 2 or 3, and then the same thing with this one. So I don't know. I hope they fix it. I don't know. You let me know if anybody else out here having problems with wireless charging that's not the Pixel stand. Because on all of my Samsung chargers in the house, because I got a lot of them, I used to be a Samsung guy, they just not working properly. My iPhone works on it, and any other phone that I use on it works, but just these two Pixels right here just seems to be having problems. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I helped you out. If I didn't, just answer any questions that you do have. You can just hit me up in the comments, and I'll respond and read all of them. So I'll definitely let you know whatever it is that you want to know. But if you're thinking between these two, I think you should do a little bit more research and figure out price and value of what you need and what you don't need, and then go out there and make a decision. Or if you just want the latest and greatest, October Pixel season, so you can just grab the new ones and just not even think about these two. But other than that, catch you in the next video. Delve on Digital out. That was pretty cool, right? I should do that outro for now. All right, peace out.